Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the November 4th edition of Barely Necessities, where Becca and Rebecca of Laughing Place do a little window shopping and take you along on a journey here into the variety of merchandise available from our various favorite Disney franchises and characters and whatnot. But before we begin, Becca, how you're layered? It's fall.
I am layered. I know. Well, this vest has a very thin, like, bonus little layer here. It's just attached to the inside, so it's not even like two vests. But yeah, it's fall. Although it was beautiful today, but I was working from home and in the basement it's a little chilly. So I'm always cold. So I like to, as soon as I can start putting on layers, I'm like, yep, let's warm up.
Well, it's a little chilly here too, so I am wearing very comfy plaid fleecy pants.
Nice. I love that. Yeah, Kyle pulled out his Sherpa pants the other day, and I was like, "Really?" But no, I mean, like, look at me. I'm wearing a vest and long sleeves, so I can't.
So not only have I been jealous of the warmer temps over in Florida, but our team in Florida have had a chance to check out the new Zootopia Better Zoogether attraction. And we have some merchandise releases to go along with that. So that's where we're going to start.
Yeah, and these are going to be, I believe, just at the parks because it ties into the new show at Animal Kingdom. But I'm liking that they went way into the like neon color scheme.
Yes.
I mean, like this is super fun and calls back to my childhood. I would have loved this collection as a tween. This would have been the absolute best.
Yeah, you got that extremely hot pink, nice bright color with Giselle there. And the thing that caught my eye when I was looking through this collection, Becca, is Discovery Island. They're actually notating that portion of Animal Kingdom, and I feel like we often don't hear about the lands, as it were, within Animal Kingdom. So really cool to see Discovery Island right there. They've got a pin collection as well. And I don't know about you, but having, oh no, his name just left my head. The sloth as the party animal.
Oh, yes. Flash, right?
Yes, of course. That makes total sense. But have him as a party animal. So cute. So.
Yeah, I think his look is my favorite of this collection. I think that would be, the one.
And they're all wearing their little glasses from the movie. So, from the attraction. I'm excited to see it. I can't really speak to how this brings out specific like story elements or whatnot since I haven't yet. But so maybe we'll revisit it because I think in about a week and a half I should have this as something I've seen. I'm heading back to Walt Disney World. I'm very excited. And while I'm there, I will be sure to check out the holiday merchandise that is popped up on shelves at Magic Kingdom, even though Not So Scary is still happening, I think.
Well, I think we're done with Not So Scary.
Oh, okay.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, like this, when we did post these photos, Not So Scary was still going on. There were a couple more parties. So yes, it was a kind of a weird dichotomy there of like spooky, but then also Christmas. So I'm loving these Christmas collections for this year. Some of this stuff is available at Disney Store, but a lot of this I was surprised I have not seen online, and I like that there's some park specific items.
Yeah. If you've wondered about getting a shoulder plush like that first item we showed, you know, they're sweet, they're adorable. They have a little magnetic like a pad on underneath, and you can slide it under your shirt, and then they'll just sit right there with you. And they're not very big. This is my son's Chubby, and this is my Star.
Star. Oh yeah.
Sit on your shoulder. I still haven't taken off his CVS receipt.
Yeah.
So
I know. I always like there's no good way to cut them. Like even if you cut them as close as you possibly can, you still get that little bit of tag.
Yeah, getting cut into the chubby a little bit.
Good.
So he wanted to make sure he didn't actually cut the bird. So you
Right.
end up with a little bit of stubby receipt there. It's not a receipt, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
We've got brightly colored. They're leaning into we talked about before, leaning into the red and the green this year. You know, sometimes they'll play around and bring you, you know, differing color palettes. But this year we're really focusing on the traditional Christmas color scheme. Ooh, I like the Sherpa look with the
just a simple back.
Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. Some wreath ears. There's 42 images in this article, so plenty for you to look at. If you're planning to go to Florida, to Walt Disney World this Christmas time, be sure to give that article a look so you can be thinking about what you may want to bring home to remember your Christmas time trip down to Walt Disney World. Meanwhile, at thedisneystore.com, what's going on over there, Becca?
Well, the Disney Store is hosting its annual Ultimate Toy Drive, and this is to benefit Toys for Tots. So the campaign has started again for this year on Disney Store. It runs through December 24th, and you can purchase a toy at disneystore.com, and it's not going to get shipped to you, but it'll be donated directly to a child in need through the Toys for Tots program. So there are 13 toys designated for Toys for Tots. And yeah, we're just scrolling through some of those there. There's some plush, there's a few dolls, some action figures, kind of like the popular characters and popular toys for this year.
Yeah.
It's such a neat way to do that. You can also purchase and bring items into Disney Store or wherever there are the Toys for Tots bins. But yeah, I think this is so cool. If you're on there doing your regular shopping for yourself, you can, you know, get a couple gifts for some kids. And, you know, save yourself. You don't have to go to the store.
No, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, nowadays there's so few Disney outlet stores available. The Disney stores aren't just on in every town like they kind of used to be. So it's a nice way of still being able to send these Disney Store items to the Toys for Tots program. Be sure to check that out. I'm sure we're going to hear announcements soon about the bins popping up at Disney Springs and Downtown Disney as we do each year. So Disney's longtime partnership with Toys for Tots. We have articles about that over on Laughing Place. If you didn't know that they had a long time history, including specifically with the Toys for Tots logo, check out Laughing Place and learn more about that Marine-led organization that fulfills Christmas wishes. Sticking at the Disneyland Resort. Okay, when I first saw this item, I got way too excited and I misread our article.
Oh,
yeah, but it's okay. So what's happening here is that the Disneyland 70th key, they're switching out the final 10th key that is part of that blind box dynamic. And when I first read the article, I thought it was changing from a variety of 10 keys to where you buy it and you know that it, do you know what I mean? I thought it was just key and pin, but no, it is still the blind box dynamic. The other designs have now been put onto a golden background instead of a silver. So that way you'll know whether it's kind of a Gen 1 or Gen 2 pin set. But the final pin is no longer partnered, right? This was the final pin, I think, that's been replaced. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
Okay. And now it's a Disneyland key with that Disneyland D. And so you can tell because right here we have that golden back tone. But I was all excited because I love this pin. First off, I was like, oh, I like this pin because this key is ridiculous and fun. And so I was 100% in, and I was thinking I need to make a reservation. I have to make sure I get this. And then I realized, oh wait, it's still a blind box. So yeah, no, I haven't picked up one. So
do you have more than one key?
I do not. My friend Anita bought a key, and she bought an additional key for the charity auction that we participate in.
Yeah.
And so we got to play with the key so that we could open it, so that we could auction it off as, which pin you were getting.
That's cool.
So I've at least gotten to play with it, but I'm going to have to pick one up before the 70th is over, because when you have gone through and done all the keyholes and played the little, go around Disneyland, I love all the light up, all the sounds. And the color is really vibrant, and it projects much more than you would think. So in like this room that I'm in right now, except for the studio portion, it would like kind of fill the color. It's that vibrant. So it's like my own little light show, and I'm all about glowy things. So.
And does it light up on its like outside of the park? So like if you're at home, you can still activate all the stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and you can cycle through. You can cycle through each one once you've I will say initiated it. Okay. by lighting it up at the keyhole. Okay. And once you're out, you can rotate through the various sounds, whether it's the Jungle Cruise. I think the Adventureland was like Jungle Cruise drums. I know Walt's Welcome was part of it. I'm Phantasmic. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. Fred Ramirez is popping by to say hi. Hi, Fred. Hi, Curtis. Thank you both for being here so much. Next up, Becca, is a label. Have you heard? Are you familiar with Redone? This was a new label to me, and I love that collaborations bring new brands to my mind.
Yep, exactly. Same for me. I was not familiar with. I'm gonna say it's Redone, and and yeah, this is cool. They're doing a collab. This is their first collaboration with Disney, and inspired by Mickey and Friends.
They're sweet designs, really. I like friendship and love and joy. I know in the article we have the CEO saying that Disney represents optimism and imagination, and Redone stands for reinvention and authenticity. And he goes on to say, together we wanted to capture that spark of childhood wonder through a matured California lifestyle lens. So nostalgic yet new. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love that they're leaning into like the older Disney designs. I like that it's a little like the designs are a little maybe not faded, but they're not bold and vibrant, but it has that like that vintage feel to it, but also you can tell that it's not old. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not,
no, totally. It's that natural washed look. Mickey is quite precocious here, and I'm all about it. That feels very challenging to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Something like that.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. There we go. So, are you trying it at home? See if you can stick your tongue out and also wink. Feels yeah.
Yeah, it's like I had the eye closed. I definitely wasn't doing the. I'm not good at winking, but I can do that.
Back at Disneyland, there's a bit of fun going on for their magic key holders. They've released some They're releasing trading cards. They have announced they are available November 3rd through the 27th. I know that they are lenticular celebrating the 30th anniversary. I know that here, let me pull up the information that I forgot to share with you. So I'll have it right here, because just before showtime, I found a little bit more on this, and it is that it's a lenticular card. There's 4 of them, and they suggest you collect all 4. So it sounds like one per week as I'm reading this.
Yes.
They're going to be available at the Disneyana shop, the Kingswell shop, and the Wonderground Gallery. And it's in celebration of what I still can't believe is 30 years of a Christmas fantasy parade.
Oh, wow. Wow.
There you
I
go.
know we can't like. I've only seen Chicken Little once, but Kyle was like, it's the 20th anniversary of that film. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, oh no, stop making me feel old.
Yep. Oh, I should have grabbed my little Chicken Little.
Or yeah, like Toy Story is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. Like, it's just, oh my gosh, it's bonkers. But yeah, I just thought this was such a fun idea that they're doing the trading cards for the Magic Key holders, and it kind of reminds me of the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. I
Oh,
completely
wow.
the
I
other.
haven't thought about that in a while.
I mean, like we still have not a ton of cards, but we still have a handful of sorcerers cards. Like I even got some from the Eyes and Ears magazine.
Oh, really?
Like they had an initial run. I mean, like, you know, they were just slightly different, but yeah, it's crazy. So this made me think of that, and I'm like, oh, I'm not a Magic Key holder.
For those of you who may not know, Eyes and Ears is the cast member publication. So it is something that the people behind who make the magic get to pick up at the resort. I think Eyes and Ears is what the Walt Disney World one is called, or was called.
Well, at least was.
I'm guessing it's still still is called. And out in California, they had the Disneyland line. So I don't know if over time that's become one or not, but I'm sure somebody in the chat could let us know. But way back when, okay, so I saw a tweet today where this totally random popped up in my timeline, and it was a woman saying that someone at the gym had asked her for her snap. You know, and it's, you know, I like, you know, like a socials thing, trying to, you know, make a connection. Oh, could you give me your snap? And she's like, oh, I don't do snap. And so the response was, okay, well then what's your AOL? Like, ouch. That's like, just like really rude. It just felt like, yeah, okay. So there you have it.
Yeah.
But it's about right. I know what my aim was. Okay. And
I don't know snap. My goodness.
Okay. Continuing in the digital world, some fun for a select few, my Disney experience users.
Yeah, it sounds like they're testing in the app where you can find certain merchandise products throughout or in the resort at Disney Springs, right? Or at some of the
currently. This is a small test, and it seems to have been focused specifically on like World of Disney Springs area. Yep.
But yeah, like it seems like it could be a really, really great idea.
This is something that had previously been part of the Shop Disney app and then disappeared. So if they're bringing it back in a broader use, that would be fantastic. I know. In this particular case, though, what was interesting was it didn't see it. This particular interface that was being tested didn't offer like kind of an add to cart where you could, in essence, do a shop and pick up dynamic. But one would hope that you could see how. Can you imagine you're sitting in your resort resting, and you could just scroll through and like make your World of Disney shopping list and then head over to the Springs and pick it up?
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like almost every other retailer, you know.
Yeah. So I have no idea what the goal is. This was just an early test. And so if you want to read more about what the beta test was like instead of our hopes and dreams, go check out the article. That'll be linked below. Next up, we've got some Marvel holiday fun.
Yes. Yeah, we have two articles. I'm looking at the second one because I liked the products better in here. But it sounds like this year is going to be, the campaign is Unwrap the Universe. So it's just a lot of toys. There's some apparel. There's some deodorant and body products with Marvel characters. So a kind of a wide variety of items that are available. Some of these are new and some are things that we've seen previously, but just kind of like highlighting like, yeah, if you have a Marvel fan in your life and you're looking for a gift, these are some great ideas. The advent calendars, they always bring out something a little bit new each year. Gotta love the Spider-Man bike, especially with the training wheels, that then, you can remove those and graduate onto riding the bike by, just as a two-wheeler. I love that.
And of course, you've got various titles connected within the Marvel universe as well. So a wide variety. It'll be in the link below if you are beginning your shopping for any Marvel fan. Maybe you want to bring something when you meet up for Thanksgiving dinner, or if you're already getting ready for Christmas time.
I know, right?
Pick up affirmations from Deadpool. Feel yourself to heal yourself. Very disturbing about that. But yet, that is Deadpool's affirmation for the day.
Yep.
Lots of Marvel. Oh, wait. I didn't even this is how to survive the Marvel universe. So you've been bitten by a radioactive spider. It's important, useful information.
Now, I have not seen that book, but I can imagine, having looked at other Marvel titles that they have, that's going to be pretty awesome. And it's going to be very in world. Everything's going to be talked about as if it's an actual as if the radioactive spiders actually exist, or whatever crazy thing that can happen to you in the Marvel world.
I was trying to think of other things that happen. You get smashed by a large green being. That would be another thing that you would need to survive in.
He was wow. Hulk was exposed to gamma radiation.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, oh, yeah. And same thing, we don't remember exactly what it is, but Fantastic Four, they're in some storm, right? In the in outer space.
Yeah.
And everybody gets unique powers.
No, you got to deal. And what happens if a witch moves in next door?
Right.
You have to be prepared for that. Okay, lots of things to deal with if you live in the Marvel universe. And believe it or not, we are about to move into a 2026 holiday.
I wanted to scream when I saw this, not from
prepare yourself.
Can we please just enjoy the holiday we're currently in?
No, not even. We haven't even gotten to Thanksgiving, and we aren't talking about Christmas.
Nope.
Valentine's Day! Ta-da!
This is so crazy to me, but I love that they're just leaning fully into the color scheme, into the cherub look, into
it is fully adorable. I would tweak it in one way.
Yeah.
Instead of it being an adorable little BD droid, which I do love, I would rather it be a crushable addict.
Okay.
Because I just love the notion, given those sequences in Return of the Jedi where the large trees come together, right, and smash them. I love that. I'm sorry, ATSTs, not AT-ATs. Don't at me, because I know the difference. AT-AT is the one with the big four legs.
Right, and it's the ATST is the one with the
misspeak. Yeah. A misspeak, yeah. So they smash it, and I just love the notion of my Cupid Valentine's droid, Valentine's Ewok, coming with a version of that I could hug and squish in a similar way. But BD is way too cute, especially a pink BD.
Yes.
You even get a yub card with "Celebrate the Love" and Ewokese on the inside.
So yeah, Alaye Lutanu?
Sure.
Something like that. I'll say Yub is easier to say.
So you have an adorable Ewok, all in pink, along on the box as well. Pink and red, heart in the BD chest there. So
yeah, and this is the Hasbro's Black Series, And they've done this before with the Black Series for Halloween and then also for Christmas with some festive looks. So it's interesting now we're kind of, checking out Valentine's Day. So I wonder if Easter will.
It's hard to believe. We haven't even barely put away the pumpkins.
Right?
And we're already doing that. So at this time, we are going to share this week's Sensational 7. It is in celebration of the upcoming holiday season. The Sensational 7 this week is going to celebrate all things gingerbread because gingerbread is the main reason for the months of November and December.
There you go.
The Sensational 7 is loosely inspired by the dwarfs. That's Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy, Bashful, and Doc. And starting off with Sleepy. Oh, who wouldn't want to cuddle with this adorable little marshmallow, squishmallow gingerbread Mickey? I put this list together and I got so hungry. I'm not going to lie.
I know. I want some of those like spearmint candies.
Uh-huh. Oh, I just had one of those. I forget where we were. Oh, at the airport. I picked up some spearmint. I was like, oh, spearmint ones. I haven't had those in a while. After Sleepy, I like to jump into a bit of happiness. In this case, it's a Roosevelt's hoodie. And it is the Empire Crumbles images, which are the characters of Star Wars as realized as gingerbread people. Let me zoom in close enough so you can see it. See?
Yes.
You have a Death Star, you have Boba, you have Darth Vader, all as gingerbread figures. For Grumpy, sometimes I like to comment that without, wow, you're a wintergreen or bust kind of guy.
Yeah, he's not he does not like spearmint.
Really?
Yep. So if we get gum, we can't get spearmint, or we can get a package that has like, the a couple different flavors, and then I got all spearmint ones, and then
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, some of us are grumpy before we have our morning coffee. In this case, you can have your morning coffee in an adorable Stitch as gingerbread figural mug. It has a lid, so maybe if you're somebody who prefers to have a hot beverage of tea, it's a nice way to cover and steep your tea. But look at a little Santa hat.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm. For Dopey, we go with sparklies like his eyes in the mine. And here's a holiday set complete with a Mickey and Minnie earring set as gingerbread people. So,
that's fantastic.
From the people over at Bobble Bar. Sneezy, you need to have some place to put those tissues. And here I selected a Loungefly backpack that includes gingerbread people. In fact, this is a little gingerbread person that you can dip in your cocoa.
Oh, that's so cute. It's like all the park snacks too.
Uh-huh. I really need gingerbread. It's not, I'm hoping during my trip that I'll be there long enough that some gingerbread will have made its way. I don't think I am, but my fingers are crossed. If not, I have friends who very kindly send me Disney World gingerbread. So
you'll be able to get that at like Boardwalk, Yacht and Beach, and at Contemporary, because this year Grand is not doing anything. Is that right?
Grand will not have a gingerbread house.
Okay.
I do not know what that yet means for their gingerbread sale. Okay. If they will be totally off-site or not. I would hope not, right? I would hope that even if they didn't have a gingerbread house, you might still be able to pick up gingerbread, because those of you who are Laughing Place fans know. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Sonia. Know that I am a gingerbread addict, and so I can tell you that the gingerbread is not the same from resort to resort. It actually is a little bit different. So some of them have similarities, but there can be very big differences between the resorts because of the base that they're using. Mm-hmm. If you yourself are a baker, there's different types of gingerbread. There's lighter gingerbreads, there's darker gingerbreads. There's ones that are really peppery. There's some that are more gingery. So let's see. That was sneezy, which means that next step should be bashful. So we're going with something that's a little more subdued. And in this case, I wanted to point out my favorite fragrance at the Magic Candle Company. It's called Floridian Christmas. And it really brings to mind the way that the Grand Floridian smells this time of year. I'm a big fan of this particular fragrance. Keep it around the house year round. In fact, I need to replenish. The team over at A Magic Candle, they not only have those essential oils that are so popular, but they've got scented waxes, they have some hand soaps, they have room sprays, they have candles. So you can experience some of your favorite smells from around Disney in a variety of ways. And you'll notice the naming. These are all inspired by, because this brand is not specifically licensed. So have you tried any of the Magic Candle fragrances, Becca? I was trying to remember.
I have not. I know they've been popular with Disney fans for a long time, but no, I have not. I have not tried Magic Candle.
They don't only do Disney, by the way. They also offer other parks. My son is particularly fond of the one that's inspired by the ET attraction over at Universal. So we have that. Oh, Jazzman, you tried years ago. I will tell you, their collection has greatly expanded over the past few years. So if you haven't given Magic Candle Company a look, give them a peek again. Let's see. I'm going to wrap up the Sensational 7 with an item kind of foundational. We've got Doc. He's leader of the band, as it were. Excuse me. It's an adorable set. It's a little dish and a hand pump soap bottle. Minnie Mouse, Gingerbread Minnie. This is over at Amazon, actually. So there you go.
That is really cute. That's Jay Franco. Aw.
Yeah. So that rounds out this week's Sensational 7. So Becca, that's time for the shopping list.
Yes. So we had another pin drop today, being that it's Tuesday. I talked a little bit earlier about the 20th anniversary of Chicken Little. There was a pin. I believe that has since sold out. There's also some Christmas styles, some Zootopia 2 pins, and just, Life Day celebration with Chewbacca. So kind of fun because, I think that's November 17th. The Star Wars holiday, Life Day. So we're having fun celebrating that.
Feels right. I feel like it's right around Mickey's birthday.
It's either the 17th or 18th. So
I'm looking.
But we also have kind of an overall glance at what's new at Disney Store. So there's an article featuring the new items that have been dropping yesterday and today, and then what will be dropping later this week. So that'll be continuously updated. We also had 2 new mini mix-its for the holiday season. So it's Mickey and Minnie this time, and their headpieces are an ornament and a reindeer. Also, headpieces. If you're going to do a build your own headband at the parks, there are new Cars accessories and then some gingerbread accessories to get into the spirit of this season. And then, lots of excitement about Zootopia 2. We've got new Happy Meal toys, and we just found out about those today. So those, there's an article on Laughing Place about that. And then while we talked about the Zootopia better, I guess, Zoogether, I put together, oops. We talked about the merchandise, but there's also a popcorn bucket, which is really cute because it's like a little vehicle, and Judy and Nick are sitting inside of it. It's awesome. And then if you're a fan of Tokyo Disneyland and you're heading over there, or you know somebody who is, there's going to be some merchandise themed to It's a Small World with Groot. And Groot is the cutest he's ever been, with these there's these little plush.
That attraction is the best.
So
much.
I mean, it's such an interesting concept to put Groot in It's a Small World, but I love it. I love it.
Yep, he's totally adorable, and the merchandise, of course, is also so sweet.
Yep. So there's some photos from Tokyo Disneyland that you can check out with what is new at the resort, and then Vogue, as in the fashion magazine and company. They did Vogue World Hollywood. This was last week, kind of looking at some iconic costumes from films like Black Panther and Edward Scissorhands and some other films. Not so much stuff that you can purchase, but just some really, really cool things to look at. And there's like a whole gallery from all of these different celebrities and designers who participated. Some of it, of course, is Disney related, so pretty cool. And then we talked a little bit about Unwrap the Universe. As I said, this was the second article, so there's more, and more will be coming each week as we get closer to the holidays. And then finally, I know it's not Disney, but Wicked for Good. There's merchandise and costumes on display, merchandise available for purchase, costumes on display from the new film at Universal Orlando. So we've got a ton of photos. There's also some new treats. So we checked out a whole bunch of those offerings, and I'm very excited for this film.
I know you touched on the fact that Life Day is just around the corner, and can I share with you the sneak peek of
Yes.
that Star Wars offered? Okay, so a Loth cat is coming, and it's posable. So it's got like, you can have it like smiling, or it can be like this, and then they say that it has touch, like touch sensitive sounds. So to me, that means that you can have your very own purring Loth cat. So
I love that. Or maybe if you don't scratch in the right spot, it's gonna like.
So this was posted over on StarWars.com earlier today, and it'll be coming to Disney Store November 17th. So exciting! You can adopt your own little kitty. So, I know.
That's awesome.
Yay! Okay, and I thought you'd get a kick out of it since you have your own little furry one at home.
Yep.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us in our tour around various merchandise sites. We'll be back next week with the latest and greatest within the Disney merchandise realm. Tonight at 7:30 Pacific, my husband and our son will host Disney Trivia Live. You can compete head-to-head against fellow Disney fans in 2 different Disney contests, typically multiple choice, sometimes fill in the blank. So all things Disney, parks, movies, you name it, they'll quiz you on it. Lots of fun, lots of laughs. So if you're around, stop by this channel again tonight around 7:30, and tomorrow morning, Disney Morning Show, our morning show, where we keep you up to date, let you know what's been happening in the world of Disney as you start your day. And as always, be sure to follow us on socials. We are constantly updating with all kinds of Disney news and information. With that, we will see you next time.